Good morning, church. Um, Sorry, I'm trying to figure all this stuff out really fast. Top for the first time, and I don't know if I can see the comments, so I'm trying to pull it up on my phone too. So if you comment something and I don't see it, I apologize. But glad you guys made it. There's a few of us here, so good morning. How you guys doing? All right, it's working. I have mine, so hopefully we're all good to go. We're start just in a couple minutes. Yeah, we're gonna be in Exodus 15. Exodus. So I got my car to come over to the church, to the building, and my my windshield was kind of frosted over, and I knew that it's getting to the season that I really don't like, and that's windshield scraping season. And usually I'm the person that and then drive that way. So if you see me and I'm driving and you wave, I probably can't see you, sadly. So there's a joke for the day. Can everybody hear me? Let's see. I'm gonna turn my phone up and yep, perfect. So yeah, we're gonna be in Exodus 15 this morning. We're gonna look at one verse, and it's today's devotion is gonna be a little shorter than most of mine have been, but I really do pray that you just comes across. It's a little harder, and that's kind of been the reality for the last month or so, a little over a month now. Um, I just wanted to tell you guys just thank you so much just for being who you guys are, a church family that really loves people and that will walk beside people and pray for people. Um, I can't tell you how thankful I am, that you guys do that you did it for me and for my family and um, through this whole time. So just thank you from Hannah and Silas and I. We thank you so much. But yeah, if I'm just being honest with you, a lot of my reading, a lot of my studying, stuff like that, um, it's been pretty hard. It's been tough to do, even to pick up the Bible at all. It's been hard, but it's been so good too. Um, so I'm hoping that's what kind of today's devotion can be about. That it can encourage, even encourage anyone, honestly, to keep pressing it, keep going, no matter what the circumstances around you are, because that's the only thing that's really helped me through all of this. So again, I don't know if you guys are commenting, so I feel really bad. I'm sorry if you are, um, but let's just jump into it. I'm going to start with the divine. Exodus 15. We're going to be in verse 26. Exodus 15:26. If you will diligently listen to the voice of the Lord your God and do what is dear to his commandments and keep all of his statutes, I will put none of the diseases on you that I put on the Egyptians, for I am the Lord your healer. Through this past month, reality that Hannah and I have both realized, and I'm sure many of you have realized this as well, that grief and loss are hard. There's no other way to describe it. I If there was, I would try and do it. It's just been really hard and it's difficult. There are some days that are a little easier than others. And then there are some days that will just take you by complete surprise and hit you out of nowhere, paralyzing you just once again. Like it could just be a little memory, or somebody says something, and it knows a good day. And honestly, you have no way of telling what day you're going to have until you just wake up and you start going through it. And it could change in the middle of that day. But what's important for us to know in times like that, in grief and loss, is that that's not going to last forever. Another thing that's important is that how we feel each day, not the now I say that um, I say that to tell you that to not tell you that your feelings and your emotions are invalid, because they are absolutely valid. It's hard and it hurts. But I say that because our feelings can change in a blink of an eye. They're never steady. God gave us emotions to kind of gauge, so we can use it as a gauge to see, how we're doing. He didn't give us emotions to use as a compass. They move too much for us to direct and dictate our lives based on that. So your feelings, your emotions are absolutely valid, because it sucks and it's really hard. But we need to know that those feelings are not the most important. In times like that, the most important thing is to choose to stay close to Jesus and not turn from him. Looking at our verse in Exodus 15:26, um, at the very end of it, it says, "I am who heals you." So looking at saying, just give it some time, is not exactly true. And honestly, it's kind of a little misleading. Um, and it shouldn't really be advice that we give to Christian brothers and sisters, and that we know is walking through a really tough time in their life, just because of the fact that it is a little misleading. Because time alone will not heal someone. Just time is not going to heal someone. Their emotions might change over time, but that real healing, it won't come if it's just time. The healing comes when we walk with him as he walks with us. Like if we're basing it just on time to heal us, it's never going to happen. But when you base it on you pressing in, you choosing to stay close to him, or even going to him the first time in a trouble, in a time of loss and grief and heartache, and time, you will be healed. And if you walk with him as he walks with you, one day it's going to become easier. I don't I don't know a whole lot of things. I can't give you answers for a whole lot of things. Like I don't know when that day for me that it's going to be easier. I don't know if there's going to be a day that I don't think about. I don't know those things, but I do know that if we walk with him as he walks with us, it will become easier, and he will heal us. The source of all healing. He's the only one that can make any of this right. So church, if you're I ask you guys to just make the decision today to be as close as possible to Jesus, despite all of the emotional struggles that you may have had in the past or you're currently dealing with. And when you press into Him and you walk with Him as He walks with you, this is what I know: He is not letting you down. And I know it's hard, but that's the only thing that's helped me through this month. And I'm still pressing in. There are still days that are really tough, um, and there are moments that come out of nowhere. I realize that. I understand that your feelings are valid, but we cannot use them as a compass. Use them as a gauge, but that compass should be something that never changes, something that's always there, someone who is always there, and that's Jesus. So press into Him despite all of these emotions that you're feeling, and healing will come. Church, I love you guys. I mean that. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being who you are. And God bless you guys today. I think it's going to be fantastic weather, and